Hello everyone, anybody there? Come join me, come say hi. Just looking on my face, on my iPad to see if I'm live there. I think I am. Okay, I'm there. That's good. Turn down the volume here. Oh, here's somebody. Hello. So, good morning. Today I'm trying something new. I'm actually going live as well as on Facebook. I'm going live on YouTube, I hope, for the same time. I thought I would try it. I always mean to upload my Facebook lives. Hi Karen, how are you? Good to see you. Yeah, I'm trying something new today. I'm live on YouTube as well as Facebook. I always mean to upload my Facebook lives to YouTube and I never seem to have time to do it. I have done it a little bit in the past, but I do have some videos. Hi Patty, good to see you. So I thought I would give it a try and see if I can get some of my, because I have quite a few subscribers on YouTube, so I thought it'd be fun if I could get some of them to come watch my lives, and that way I wouldn't have to, you know, upload them onto YouTube each time. So it's kind of an experiment today, so I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna see comments from people, if they're gonna look the same, or how I'm gonna tell who's on Facebook, who's on YouTube. So, or if anyone from YouTube is going to come watch. So we'll see anyway. But hi Kathleen, good to see you. How's things in sunny Florida? So the garbage, I don't know if you could hear that. I think the recycling or the green waste, they come round really, really early. It's most inconvenient. The garbage comes at about 7 o'clock in the morning, 6:37, and wakes us up, and it's really loud. And then always during my Facebook Live, it seems like the recycling or the green waste comes back around again. So it's like, couldn't they pick better times to come by? But never mind. And then someone just came to the door and the dog was barking. And so anyway, it's just, oh, hello Diane. How are you? How's things at the coast, at the beach? Did they start on the work yet on your house? Diane's one of my team, and they're getting ready to do some work on her beach house. So raining in Florida on and off. Garbage truck. Yeah, I'm sorry about the garbage truck. And I have my AirPods, and they're set to noise cancelling. So I don't know why everything is so loud for you. I go back sometimes afterwards and listen to it, and I think, oh my gosh, that was so loud. Diane says you're getting 2 to 4 inches of rain too in Washington. So I wish we could get some rain. We got a little bit last week. We had thunderstorms, really, really big thunderstorms went on all night, and we got a little bit of rain, which was, you know, it was good for the fires, but on the other hand, there was a lot of it was dry storms, and so a lot of new fires started, and it wasn't really that much rain. I think it probably helped a little bit, but anyway, we probably won't get rain for real, and until like late October, November. Really, we go a long time in the summer with no rain. Oh no, job postponed until next week. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So you drove all the way there for nothing. Are you going to stay there? Oh my goodness. Anyway, well, it's good to see you. As I mentioned earlier, I'm actually streaming on YouTube also today. It's like a new experiment for me. I always mean to upload my Facebook Lives to YouTube when I finish them, and I never seem to I have done a few in the past, but it's just, and one more thing to do to fit into my schedule, and I never seem to get around to it. So I thought I'd give it a try. So we'll see. I'm not sure how I'm going to tell if anyone from YouTube is watching, but I think you guys are all Facebook people at the moment. So anyway, we'll see. And maybe I need to advertise it a bit better. I didn't really advertise that I was going live on YouTube, so we'll see anyway. But I know I have some customers that are on Facebook, so I'll be able to send them the link and they can watch on YouTube too. So anyway, well, it's good to see you all. And sorry about the garbage trucks and other noises that may happen. I'll apologize ahead for any dog barking. I think I told you last week my dog is going deaf, and so she's having a hard time telling what direction sounds come from and kind of what kind of sounds they are. So now she barks at random loud noises in the house that aren't necessarily somebody at the door. So, you know, like if I say something loudly to my husband, she'll bark. Or if if one of us bangs something in the house a little bit, she'll bark. So anyway, that could happen. So anyway, let's get started. It's good to see you all. Thank you for joining me. So today, let me switch you down to my desk and show you the project that we're going to be making today. Let's see, here we go. I'll do this. All right, so tomorrow in the Stamping Up world is, what do they call it? In-Service Day. And they're going to be the theme for this year, for them kind of giving back and making a difference, is heart health. And always in the catalogue, they have a Making a Difference stamp set. And this time, in this catalogue, it's this one called Strong of Heart. And so I thought, as tomorrow is In-Service Day for Stamping Up, and as they're kind of encouraging us to get involved and do something too, I thought I would make a card with this stamp set. It's really pretty, and I hadn't used it yet, so I pulled it out. So this is the Making a Difference stamp set, and how that works is for every Strong of Heart stamp set purchased, $3 will be denoted by Stamping Up to Heart Health. And so I'm not sure where different organizations, different charities, I'm not sure, they don't specify. I mean, I can probably find out somewhere, but anyway, that's the deal. So let me show you the card I made. I've seen some really cute ones, but this is the one that I made. I made an easel card, and so here it is. So it folds flat like this, and then it'll stand up. When you open it, it'll stand up as an easel, so I hope you can see that. And then inside, so it says, "You amaze me," and then inside it says, "Through struggle comes strength." So this is a nice, the sentiments, here's the stamp set again. The sentiments are nice for encouraging, here for you, stronger than you know. So good kind of encouraging sentiments. So anyway, let me show you how I made it. So let me show you the paper first. So this is the cardstock, the designer series paper. I wanted something that wasn't, that was fairly kind of subtle for the background, that was pretty, but I wanted the focus to be, you know, on the stamps. So this paper is also in the mini catalogue, and I I forget what it's called, but I think I can find it quickly. It's from a suite. Oh, it's from this suite, Harvest Meadow. And here's the paper. So the paper is called Harvest Meadow. And it's really pretty, and it comes with, it's part of the suite with this lovely stamp set and dies that I also have and also haven't used yet, so I need to pull those out. And there's an embossing folder and some lovely ribbon, and these embellishments, I've used these are really pretty. But we're not going to use those today. So anyway, the paper, I'll show you the paper quickly, both sides. So lovely colours, Calypso Coral, Crumb Cake, Misty Moonlight, I'm not sure what, oh, Soft Succulent, and that too, so really lovely. Now I was going to do a card with Misty Moonlight, but the ink was a little bit dark for that heart, so I had to kind of switch gears. This is Soft Succulent, this is what I used on my card, and here's a pretty flowers, and then some pretty, I don't know, ears of corn, I think that's what they are. So anyway, put those to one side. So I'm going to use slightly different cardstock today. Actually, let's do the stamp. No, let me show you. Like, oh, what should I do first? Let me pull out my supplies. And I didn't write down the dimensions, but I'll put them on afterwards. But you are going to need the card base. I'm using Crumb Cake, and it's just a regular 8.5 by 5.5 crumb cake, and then it's scored down the middle at 2 1/8, which I know is a funny dimension. It's because this is 4 1/4, so you score at 4 1/4 and 2 1/8, and then you'll just fold this, and that's what makes the easel card. So it's really easy. And then I've got so for my designer series paper, I'm going to use this Calypso Coral piece, and then either the Crumb Cake or the Soft Succulent. So I'm not sure, we'll see when we get to it, that part. But first of all, I'm going to grab some basic white for the front piece. So I need 2 pieces. I'm going to grab my Stamparatus. I'll do the stamping. So I don't know if you can see, but I've kind of got a heart in the background, and then this one is popped up, and then the heart here matches these. This makes one heart. So let me show you how I did that. So I'm going to start out with my piece of basic white, and this is 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. And I'm just going to line it up in here. And then I'm going to stamp the outline heart first. So I'm going to grab my black Memento ink, and I'm going to just sit I'm just going to sit a ink pad underneath. Oh, that's not going to work. Let me put it right there, just to make it a little bit flatter. And I'm going to ink up my, and it is helpful to have a Stamparatus for this technique, and you'll see why. So I'm going to stamp my heart, move back over, and that's good, that looks lovely. The nice thing about the Stamparatus is if I didn't get a really good image to start with, I could do it again, but that looks good. And then I'm going to move my magnet over because I'm going to stamp the other heart, and I'm going to switch my plate around. So when you do that, you want to put your plate all the way up so that it's 90 degrees with the base, and then just pull it out and flip it around. If you try and do it at an angle, it doesn't come, and if you force it, you might break your Stamparatus, so you don't want to do that. Let me grab actually my Soft Succulent. Right, now I'm going to ink up the heart, the other heart, the kind of watercolory one, with my what is this, Flirty Flamingo. I actually decided Flirty Flamingo was a little bit softer colored than Calypso Coral, and it still went equally well with the designer paper, so I decided to use that. So then I'm going to stamp that, so that's going to overlap like that, Then, without re-inking or cleaning, I'm going to bring in another piece of cardstock exactly the same size and put that in. And then I'm going to just stamp again. And that's going to give me my lighter. I didn't want it full strength for the background. That's going to give me my... Oh, look, I've got a line. I wonder what that is. How is that going to show? Oh, you know what? It picked up a little Memento black ink from the heart. Okay, let me just... actually, that's probably not going to show because the one that I cut out is going to sit. Oh, yeah, that's going to be okay. I think we're good. So now, while I still have this out, I'm going to just do another quick heart because I want to create a mask, and you'll see why I need that. So I've just got some scrap paper, and I'm just going to stamp down really quick like that. And I'll set that. Okay, so now I can set that aside, and I'll come back and do the sentiment in a little bit because I'm not sure what cardstock I want to use for the sentiment. I'm going to see what you all think. Okay, so let me bring these in. Now I need to do a little bit of colouring. I'm just going to grab some more scrap paper to put under here. So I'm going to colour in with my blends. So I'm going to grab Soft Succulent and let's do Soft Succulent and Flirty Flamingo. And let's see, I've lost my other Flirty Flamingo. Okay, well I guess we won't be doing any shading today. I did have it somewhere. I misplaced it. But never mind. Alright, so let's colour in the stems. Oops, I can't get the lid off. The caps are really tight, which is good because they're alcohol and you don't want all the ink to evaporate. But sometimes they are hard to get off. Now, you can see obviously here the Calypso Coral kind of overlapped, you know, the stem, but that's okay. It's not really gonna notice once you get the rest of the card put together. So I don't think it's gonna be a problem. So I'm just doing the bottom because I figured closest to the stem, that's gonna be a little bit darker. And then I'll just do the top, blend that out. I went over the edge a bit, but never mind. So I'm using the pen nib because it's tiny areas here. I like to use the big one mostly. And then we'll do Flirty Flamingo. And ordinarily I would do a little bit of shading, but as I've misplaced this is the dark. Now you can actually go back over and do a second layer with the dark, and that would work too, so I might do that. And we'll just colour in this one. All right, now we're going to cut this out because actually all I need is this heart. I don't need this part here. So I'm going to cut this out really quick, and it's nice and easy to cut. Sarah Douglas, who's our CEO, she was talking about this stamp set and saying that it's particularly near and dear to her heart because her husband, I think his name is Sean, apparently had a heart attack I think a few years ago, out of the blue, and he's quite a young, you know, fit man, so heart disease can you know, affect many people, not just older unfit people. So she was saying that she's really pleased that this was, you know, what was picked this year for the Make a Difference. So I'm leaving a little bit of a gap, and I'm just, and the trick when using our snips is to try and kind of hold them fairly still and and then move the cardstock with your left hand, or right hand if you're left-handed. And our snips are really great. They're nice and small and they're great for fussy cutting. I don't mind fussy cutting. I find it quite relaxing actually. But for you it's probably quite boring, but I'm almost done. Just this last little bit. Yes, so I made one this morning, or I stamped a heart with the Misty Moonlight, but it was a bit dark here. The black memento didn't show up over the top of it, so I kind of switched gears and went back to Calypso Coral. Now I'm also going to cut out, do you remember I made this mask? I'm also going to cut out that, like, just super quick, doesn't need to be anything fancy. And you'll see the reason I'm doing this is because I want to put some splatters on the card, and I don't want them over the heart. So that's that. And I'm going to just put this over here like this. And then I'm going to grab a crumb cake blend. And you see me do this before. Just be really careful because your blends are kind of delicate. You want to use the brush tip, and you're just going to use the lid and just kind of flick a little bit. Get some flickage going on. Do as much as you like, or as little. And the harder the flick, the bigger the little dots. But like I say, be careful because your nib is kind of delicate. So, and then we can just take that heart off. And I'll show you the little flicks. But you see, that's the line I got from the black memento, but I don't think once I put this on it's not gonna show. So we're all good. All right, so that's most of the stamping done. I just have to come back and do the sentiment, but like I say, I'm not quite sure what cardstock I'm going to use, soft succulent or crumb cake. Before we do the assembly, let's do a little commercial break and do our giveaway. And let's see, what did I do with it? Do you remember what we did last week? Last week I made these cards, do you remember? And these are the clear, everyone liked the clear embossing rather than the silver, so I'm going to give away the clear ones and the envelopes and then the little bag. So this was made with the Gorgeous Leaves bundle. I forget, the dies aren't called Gorgeous Leaves, the dies are called something else. But anyway, the winner, there's my post-it, the winner from last week was Cindy Cunningham Orton. So congratulations, Cindy, if you're watching. Send me your address and I will also put a post on my Facebook page. And I'm not sure how I'm going to do that with YouTube, but I'll figure it out. But anyway, make sure you comment and like my post and share it, and then you can go into my drawing up to 3 times to win my project from this week. I'll send you this card. So tell you a couple of other things going on. Of course, we're down to the last couple of weeks of Celebration. So don't forget, there's not much longer to get free stuff. So there's all these fun stamp sets and papers. There's the sheep and the dies, and this lovely Christmas paper. And then there's more lovely Christmas paper at the beginning, the penguin paper. All kinds of good stuff. So this just goes until the end of September. For every $50 you spend, you get to pick an item. Well, $50, or there's a couple that are over the $100, but most are $50. You get to choose something from here. If you spend $200, it's cumulative, so you don't just get one item. So that's that. And then along with that, there's of course, during that free time, that period too, if you would like to become your own best customer and not my customer, you can purchase the starter kit and you can add on one of these bundles that are in the mini catalog. So you can pick any one of these. There's some of the punch bundles if you don't have a die cut machine, and then there's also some stamp set and die bundles. So you get to add one of these on. The starter kit is $99 and you get $125 worth of products, and then you get to add one of these on too. So that's a really good deal, and then you'll get a discount after that. You'll be your own customer and not mine, and you'll get a discount. So that's a good deal. And let's see what else. Oh, and so but back to Celebration, and I have my cruise special going on. I just have a couple of weeks to try and earn my cruise. It's kind of, well, anyway, I'm still really trying, but I'm not sure if I'm going to make it. But I have specials going on this month. So with a $30 order, you get to choose an embellishment up to $7 that I will mail to you. And then with a $60 order, you get to choose a package of designer series paper or a package of blending brushes and a celebration item. And then if you order $100 worth of products, you'll get $20 worth of products free and 1 to 2 celebration items. Now these two, you need to tell me your order and I will put it in for you. You'll give me your credit card number and I'll place them. That way I can add on these products. And then I'm also giving away a mini cut and emboss machine. So for every $30 that you spend, you'll get a raffle ticket. So I'll do that. That's just for this month, and I'll do that at the beginning of October. I'll draw a name and give away a machine. So my host code's at the top of the screen there, but I can place your order for you too. So let me know if you have any questions or if you'd like help. Yeah, Celebration's and I can't believe they did it twice this year. So it's an awesome time to shop and stock up. All right, let's get back to assembling here. So I've got all my pieces. So here's my base. Here's my, so I thought I would do crumb cake this time, and we'll see which one we like best. And then I've got these white layers. So I don't remember all the dimensions to these, but I will put them, I will add them afterwards so that you can make this at home if you like. So let me grab some adhesive and we'll put all these together. So there goes the garbage again. Do you hear that? Or the recycling or the green waste? It's not the garbage, it's the green cycling or the green waste. I can't remember which. I've got some little fibers here bugging me. So I'll put this on. So what I did is I did these layers 1/8 of an inch difference, so there would just be like a small gap. And I realize I forgot to cut one piece, so I'm going to have to grab some cardstock quickly. I forgot to cut my crumb cake to go behind my stamped panel, so I'll go grab that in just a second. I'll stick these on the front, so these go one piece on each half. Oops, I'm getting off camera a little bit, sorry about that. The space I'm going to stick at the back because it's a bit, oh, I don't know, just it's a bit uneven, but that's okay. I don't think it'll show once everything's put together. It's more tricky when you only have 1/8 of an inch to play with. And then, so what do you think? Should I do, I tell you what, you can be thinking about this while I get my piece of crumb cake to go behind my stamp panel. Oh, one of my lights just went out. I think we're okay though. So do we want, this is how it's gonna look. For our little strip along the front, see this little strip that goes along the front here. Do we wanna do crumb cake, this crumb cake piece or the soft succulent piece? What do you think? I'm gonna go grab my crumb cake cardstock and you can be thinking about that. Be right back. crumb cake. So this one. Soft-succulent. Hi, Diana. So we have one vote for each. All right, I'm gonna grab my, so I'm gonna leave that there. And I'm gonna grab my paper trimmer and just cut a piece of crumb cake for the, so this piece was 3.5 by, I think it was 3.5 by 4.5. Let's see, or 3.25. This is 4.25 by 3.25. So I want 3.5 by 4.5. Crumb cake, crumb cake. Oh, crumb cake's winning. Crumb cake has 3 votes. And let's see, 4.25. What did I say? I need 4.5. By 3.5. Let's see if that is right. Yes. Okay. So, crumb cake is the winner, I think. So who said soft succulent? So sorry, Diana, you're outnumbered. So we will put this is going to go on our white piece for inside, just like that. And this is going to go onto here. And I guess I could have done this crumb cake piece a different color, but I've got it the same as the card base. So I'll just put this on here. And then we've got our little heart. I'm going to pop that up with dimensionals. And so then I have another question for you. What color what cardstock should I use for the sentiment strip? Crumb cake or soft succulent? I'm thinking maybe soft succulent, as we've got all crumb cakes and clips of Flirty Flamingo, but we could do crumb cake too. So what do you think about that? Yeah, I thought soft succulent. I was kind of, Diana says she thought soft succulent would go with the leaves. I was thinking that too. I was kind of leaning towards soft succulent, but I wanted to go with the majority. So then you're just going to line this up, and actually I've got a little extra help because I've got that line. So you're just going to line this up with the heart. Now this heart here is kind of funny because the these lines don't go straight, so I kept looking at it thinking my heart's crooked, but it's not. It's just these lines are kind of crooked. So anyway, all right, so then let's put this on and then we'll do the inside. So I'm going to use let's see, I'm going to just put dimensionals on the bottom half here because we don't want it stuck to the top. We'll do one more here. Hopefully I put them on the bottom. Yes, I did. All right, so what do you think about the sentiment strip? Crumb cake or soft succulent? All right, so then you're just gonna have your card flat, closed, and you'll just center this on here, like that, and then it's gonna pop up like this. Okay, so you just make sure you don't put any adhesive on the back there. All right, so we need to do our stamping on the inside. So let me bring back, actually let me get my stamp. Soft succulent. Yeah, I think we'll do soft succulent for the sentiment strip because I think it needs a little bit more green, the card. So I'm going to stamp the stamp that says "Through struggle comes strength" on the inside, in black memento, and hopefully I can do it straight. Yes, woohoo! And then I'm going to grab my crumb cake strip. Now what I am going to do is I've got another piece that's the same. This inside piece is 5 1/4 by 4. This strip is 1 inch by 5 1/4. And what I've done, I've got another strip that is also the same size, and I'm just going to put that underneath. And the reason why is on this card I didn't do it, and I just want a little bit more of like a ridge here for this to stand up, because although it does pretty well, I noticed it was kind of sliding down a little bit. So I thought if I put just an extra layer under the designer series paper, it would give just that extra little lift. I don't want to have too much bulk, because it's the inside of the card. I want it to you know, close fairly flat. Having said that, I'm going to add some twine, some linen thread, but this will just make it so that there's a little bit more of a ridge to stop the card from closing. Alright, so I've got some twine here, and some of that. Oh, linen thread, this is actually called, and this should be a staple in your craft room. I use this a lot. So I'm going to kind of hold it where I want the knot to go, and I'm going to wrap it around twice. And then tie a bow, or try to tie a bow. I'm not very good at tying bows like this, but we'll give it a shot. Now the other thing you could do is you could have the twine up here, and that way that would kind of hold the card in place too. Okay, I grab my snips. Cut this a little bit shorter. It's very curly. Alright, then we can stick this inside. Make sure it's straight. And then we just need to do the sentiment for the front. That looks pretty, doesn't it? The crumb cake actually looks really nice. I like that. Good choice. All right, let's do the sentiment for the front. So I do have the sentiment lined up in my Stamparatus, and the reason why is because it's a fairly light font, and if we're doing it on cardstock, I wanted to make it a little bit bolder. So I wanted to be able to stamp it more than once and get kind of a bolder font. So what I did was, I don't know if you can see, but I actually lined up, this strip here is 1/2 inch wide, and it's longer than I need so that I can put my magnet on it. But I lined up my sentiment in the center of like a 1/2 inch section on my grid paper. So each of these little squares is 1/4 inch. So I lined up my sentiment in here, and then I stamped it one time to make sure, I can do that again, show you. I stamped it to make sure it was straight, and in the middle of that, see how it's right in the middle of that 1/2 inch strip here. So then I can put my sentiment strip, line it up in there, and put my magnet over the end, and then I can stamp it more than once. Now If you were using photopolymer stamps, you'd want to have something to secure it better, because the photopolymer stamps tend to stick to your cardstock, and they'll kind of pull it up. But the red rubber stamps, the red rubber stamps don't do that. So you can, you're good at staying spots. So you can see I'm getting a little bit of a bolder image. I'll do one more, and I think it's good. But I like to use the Stamparatus for this, so that I make sure I get a really nice bold image. So yeah, look at how nice and bold that is now. Perfect. All right, so put that over there, bring back this. So I'm going to just, I made it longer on purpose so that I could use the magnet. So then I'm just gonna trim it a little bit, and then I'm just gonna do kind of an angle here, but obviously you can do this however you like it. And then we'll put, now I don't need a dimensional, I'm going to put it right like this. I don't need a dimensional right here, so I'm just going to actually grab a couple of mini ones and put one at the very end and one kind of towards this end, but not all the way. And then we just got to put some bling on, and we will be done. So I'm just going to line this up here. Like that. Alright, let me get some. So the embellishments that I used are called Genial Gems. And they're actually from the annual catalogue, but they are soft succulent, and then I'm not sure what this colour is, but what I did was I actually coloured, I don't know if you can see, but I coloured a couple with my blends. And so, we always colour pearls and rhinestones, but sometimes you can colour other embellishments too. So the thing you want to be careful about though is always use your pen tip, because these are rough. On the pearls it's fine to use your brush tip, but these are rough. They have a kind of like a finish on them, and so if you use your brush tip, you'll ruin the tip. But you can use the thin tip, the pen tip. So let's grab a couple of these. We'll do, I need my take your pick tool. And that way we have it matching. Let's do a little one. Let's do a green one. I want a green one, a little green one. Soft succulent. And then we'll just do a soft succulent one. Use this one up here. You can add more than that if you like. I'm just going to stick with I did put more on this one. Maybe I need a couple more. Oh, I'll leave it like that. Oh, I get very indecisive when it comes to embellishments. So there's our two different ones. Stand them up. So there. Oops. What do you think? I've seen some lots of fun cards made with this image. I was going to try something and then I couldn't quite get it together, but I've seen people ink this up with different colors and kind of get an ombre effect. I saw one demonstrator, she did this in blue and yellow, and she had it like a little scene with ocean and the sun, and she put little birds up here. It was really cute. So there's lots of different things that you can do with this stamp set. So anyway, let me come back up here. So anyway, hope you liked the card today. I wonder if I've got Diana. Are you on Facebook or are you on YouTube? Diana Murphy, because that's a new name to me. I don't know if anyone from YouTube is watching. I'm not sure how to tell, but I'll have to go look afterwards and see. But anyway, thank you all for joining me. I hope you have something fun planned for the rest of the day. Diana's going to be crafting in her... Diane is going to be crafting in her beach house. Diana's on Facebook. Okay. I am going to be working on I've got classes coming up this weekend, card classes. And so I'm going to be finishing my prep for those this afternoon and tomorrow. And then I have them Friday and Saturday. And it's supposed to be nice and cool here. So it's finally cooling down. So thanks, Karen. It's finally cooling down. So I think we might do our classes outside. So that'd be fun. So anyway, I hope you give this a try. I'll post all the directions and the supplies afterwards when I'm finished. And I'll post them on YouTube and on Facebook, and so you can try making one. And if you make one, post pictures on my Facebook page. All right, well, thanks again, everyone, for joining me. Don't forget to share, comment, and like my post so you can go into my prize drawing. And I will see you all back next week. Bye for now. Have a great day.